Record. Okay, so reviewing measures of central tendency. Okay, so this is our median mode. And then we're also going to talk about weighted mean and mean of a frequency distribution, because we're going to use all of these little aspects in the next couple of units. Actually, pretty much the remainder of the semester. So first thing we have here is the average high daily temperatures, and a sample of March days in Alaska were, and I listed them out and I put them in order for you already. Find the following numerical descriptions of this set. So first we want to find the mean. So it says in the first blank, use the correct symbol. So let's review our symbols. Remember, for mean, we had two of them. We had X bar and we had mu. Okay. X bar was used for sample or population?
Sample.
Yep, sample. Okay, so this is our sample mean, which means the mu is our population mean. Okay. Knowing the differences between those symbols, population and sample, is going to really help with what we do, especially when we get to chapter 6 and 7. Okay. So we're looking at a sample, which means we're finding X bar. And how do we find the mean? You've been finding means since you were in like 6th grade.
You average all the numbers together.
Okay, so find the average. So we're going to add them all up and then divide by how many there are. So if we add these, okay, we get, add them all up, we get 237 over how many are there? 15, I think. Anybody agree or disagree? Okay, so then divide, and we get 15.8. Remember, with our mean, we always round one more than the data that's given to us. Okay. On your homework, there will be some problems where it will tell you what to round to, so make sure you're reading the little notations under the box. Okay, median. Remember, median's our middle number. So here, our middle number is 17. If we have an even number of data entries, remember we find the average between the two numbers in the middle to find that median. And then what about mode? What's our mode here?
4, 20, and 27.
4, 20, and 27. Correct. Okay. Remember, mean can be affected by any outliers. There aren't any outliers in this data, so we don't have to worry about that. Any questions on mean, median, mode? All right. So the next one we're going to look at is the weighted mean. Okay, so here, this is like a grade book. So we have homework, 2 quiz categories, a project, and a final exam. So remember, we're going to take our X and our weight, and to find this mean, our formula is the summation of X times W divided by the summation of W. Okay. So I'm going to create kind of like another column here. And we're just going to multiply straight across. Okay, I'm going to leave the percent as the whole numbers versus changing them to decimals. Okay, so 82 times 20 would give us 1640. Okay, 88 times 10, 880, 92 times 10, 920, 98 times 30, 2,940, And then 88 times 30 gives us 2,640. Okay. And then we need to find both of these summations. Okay, so if we add up our weights, 20 plus 10 plus 10 plus 30 plus 30, we get 100. And then if we add up our X times W column, we get 9,020. So our mean, X bar, is going to equal 9,020 divided by 100, which gives us 90.2. I think weighted mean is the one we felt most comfortable with when we looked at these because it was something we've done before. Okay. Questions with weighted mean? Okay, last one. Mean of a frequency distribution. Here our formula is the same. So our sample mean, here we're going to do the summation of X times F for frequency over the summation of our frequency, which is also sometimes seen as N for the sample size instead of the summation of F. That's the same thing. And the key thing with this is X is the midpoint. I would say this is probably one of the most missed questions on your final from first semester. A lot of you just found the mean of this column of the frequencies, but you actually have to use the midpoint, okay? The reason why is because what this table is saying is that there's 10 numbers that fall between 25 and 29. Okay, so that could be like 25, 25, 26, 26, 26, and listing them all out. Okay, so what we do when we find this mean is we just assume that all of those values are the midpoint. So if we want to find the midpoint for these, remember, you're going to add 25 plus 29 and divide by 2. So we get 27. Do the same thing for each of these. We get 32, 37, and 42. Okay. And then multiply. So we're going to take X times the frequency. So 27 times 10 gives us 270. 32 times 14 gives us 448. 37 times 2 is going to give us 74. And then 42 times 4 gives us 168. And now you're doing the same steps as what we just did in the weighted mean. So we're going to find our N, which is our summation. And then we're also going to find our summation of our X times F, or our products. Okay, so finding the summation of our frequency or our sample size, we have 24 and 6 gives us 30. And then add these products. And we get 960. So then our mean equals 960 divided by 30, which equals 32.